the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson, and it is my pleasure to be with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Minnesota Timberwolves at Target Center. Well, for Minnesota, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team. 4 straight losses, something they haven't forgotten. One thing the Timberwolves were sorely lacking last year was a post presence inside. They were able to get the top pick in the draft and shows Karl Anthony Towns. How much better is their offense with him?
Well, hopefully if he comes out and is very explosive offensively, teams will be forced to help down low on their perimeter players.
Home court belongs to the Timberwolves in this one as we bring you a Western Conference matchup here live from the Target Center in Minneapolis. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Taking a look at Golden State, you love to get the ball rolling early in the season. That's what they've done.
And seeing where the Warriors are, as talented a team as they are, has performed at a very high level this season. Everything's gone according to plan up to this point.
And they're not a team that other teams look forward to facing. They're only going to get scarier the deeper into the season we get.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Barnes and Green of the forward set. He has the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. And it's Bogut and at the pivot spot manning the middle. Rubio misses. Oh, trying for it. And Morton now top of the key. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. On defense, Minnesota. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And in that game, guys, they were just about as dominant defensively on the interior as you could ever be.
And once they got a few rejections, they had opposing scorers looking for those long arms and hands. And it caused hesitation in taking shots in there.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Garnett goes in. That shot wide open.
Well, that was like a warm-up shot there, a warm-up jumper. No problem converting that one.
And it's Golden State's ball. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And they may have been on the road, but you know what? They nullified any home court disadvantage in that game by how well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. You shoot like that from outside really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Now here's Wiggins after the miss from Klay Thompson. And that one's good. Wiggins. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Dishes it to Rubio. A second chance effort. No luck. So Golden State will take it the other way. And now in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Now here's Towns. Wiggins drives in, and he gets it to go.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Here's Curry with the 3. Another 3 for Golden State. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
With 1 on the clock and released it in time, but it's off the mark. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Warriors lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range, he told us about his.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line if I have a dribble.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Just the start they're looking for in this game. Solid offensively through the first.
Very crisp and sharp, not much stagnation at all on offense.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Zelia is out there with Iguodala. Then there's Maurice Spates. Then there's Barbosa. And it's Livingston in at the point.
Hey guys, for Zach LaVine, once he finally got comfortable last season, boy, did he heat up. He shot 42% over his rookie year, but 47% over the last month. And I think that gave him a lot of confidence as he's entering into year two.
No good from Spates.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Miller with the ball. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. And while we can, here's a look at the teams that had the fastest hands in the league last season. The Warriors, fourth.
You could tell by watching them how much they enjoyed playing defense. They seem to have an endless reserve of energy flying around and pressuring the basketball.
You know, as Greg was talking about, LaVine was a lights-out shooter at times in college. He would go on these binges, falling back Clark from 25 feet and draining it. I mean, unreal shots.
Well, it looks good when they're going down, but he also can bend, shoot you out of a game. So pick your poison.
Pass to Livingston. All alone. Misses off the left iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Bean passes to Miller. Here's Muhammad. It's rebounded by Livingston. Warriors trail by 4. Here's Barbosa. Finished off the break. Barbosa's got his first bucket of the night.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target. And how about Shaun Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen. And he's willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Towns, he's checked in for Gorgie Dan. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Muhammad. Kevin Martin, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Miller. He's signed a nice 3-year deal with the Warriors, helped their bench. Great fit for that team.
No question. A rare package at 6'7", who's a true point guard and extremely versatile defensively. He can play alongside Steph Curry, handling the ball or off it. And easy to see why the Dubs were happy to get him.
Karl Anthony Towns didn't come into the previous year as the most highly touted prospect, Clark, but his play last year at Kentucky would change that.
No question about it. People knew he was going to be good, Kevin, but few saw him being this good. He showed he could do a little bit of everything as a Kentucky big.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
Here's Wiggins. Here's Pekovic. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Pekovic has got the lead up to 4 now for Minnesota. Curry with him. Now guarded by Pekovic. Pulls up. High post. Curry can't get it to go.
And as far as jump shots go, that's what you have to continue to try and get.
I don't know how that one stayed out.
Now the dish to Pekovic on the Wiggins. Again, Wiggins missing. Curry outside. And no good trying to get that one. And we're through the first.